Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Star Trek Ganymede, Season 1, Episode 11, Invasive Species Part 1. I am your engineer and host for today's game, Commander Korn. And now let's bring on our crew on deck to introduce today's game.
Very good. Captain, are you ready to begin with the log?
Yes.
All right. Hold on a moment. I have to cue up your music. And whenever you are ready.
Captain's log. Stardate 5583-1.2. After several weeks of surveying the various systems in the Tallgrass region, the Ganymede is finally about to return to the Silk Road. Any information of note we submitted to the 10th Fleet Survey Division. We have one final stop before returning to Federation space. We have been asked to check on the progress of Dankrov Outpost, the newest Federation colony in this region of space. After several weeks in deep space, my crew is eager to get a little shore leave.
Very good. So I will pull us to the bridge for the moment.
And we'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned.
It's catchy. It's super catchy. That's what's annoying about it.
Look, I'm just saying. Okay. Okay, look, all I'm gonna say is the opening to Star Trek Enterprise wouldn't be so bad if that song didn't have lyrics.
It's been a long road.
He's like at the over inflection down for sure.
Yeah, anyways, we pick up with the crew of the Ganymede. Jesus God. Great. We pick up with the crew of the Ganymede on the bridge. Is there, I do the thing that I do at the start of sort of every one of these games. Is there anything anyone would like to do in the downtime between last mission and this one? Because it's been a few weeks.
Jack's downtime is drinking, so...
Sarah's downtime is making things to drink.
I've recalibrated the targeting systems 113 times for optimal efficiency.
Makes sense.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Korn has been busy realigning the dilithium crystals to get the maximum amount of warp capability on the vessel in the event it's ever needed. And he's been like trying to basically he's tuning the engine of the Ganymede.
Oh, actually, besides drinking, there is something Jack is going to be doing. just it doesn't need to be a scene or anything, but during that, he is going to be doing some heavy research on everything, of any encounters that the Federation has had with the Borg. And he's also going to be doing a deep personnel research on Dick Hole Shelby.
So actually, I think for the time of this, because what was the start date I gave you specifically?
Let me go back to it real quick because I exited that page.
Because I did give you a start date.
You did. Let me pull it up again.
Is there any intel available to me to just kind of further my genetic research with like augment and whatnot?
5583 1.2.
5583-1?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then, as mentioned, Tiger Squadron had an encounter with remnants of Borg technology on Shosku a while back. But that is a situation that has long since been contained. And is no longer a problem, and the Shosku system has been declared safe.
Is anywhere
Which for you that's Captain Reportees for they found whatever the hell it was and they destroyed it. Like,
okay.
They found whatever the remnants of the Borg tech was, and it is no longer there. Additionally, you have to actually give me a reason command diff 2. And I'm at 12 threat. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's see.
And,
Probably no
going to
focuses. Okay. Starting it off good, guys.
I'll take that threat.
You're killing it, man. Great job.
So here's how I'll do this for you. I'm just taking that as threat. Start. So, it would appear that there was some kind of a record, relating to the USS Hatfield about a year ago. But that report has been classified in the intervening time. Yeah, that report has been classified in the intervening time. The only reason you were able to see that is information that existed is because the USS Hadfield's log reports fall under the purview of the 10th Expeditionary Fleet.
Okay.
Yes, but you also wanted to look into Shelby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Give me another reason command check. This time only difficulty 1.
Okay.
This is going to be an easier one for you.
Cool.
There you go. And you got it. Yes. Shelby had a rather good career, I suppose you could say, following the Battle of Wolf 359. She was, you would know from your reading, she was there on the Enterprise, under, at the time, acting Captain Riker, as they faced against the Borg. Following the Battle of Wolf 359 and the subsequent victory of Sector 001 by the Enterprise crew over the Borg cube, Shelby was moved around task forces a bit, and was one of the strongest proponents of, any ships that would come off the line that were like anti-Borg ships. She
You
Still
cut
there?
out.
Feel like
heard
you
me say.
got this whole monologue we're missing. Oh, no, he's
Oh, how much did you? What was the last thing you heard me say?
I heard about the Enterprise.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, you find that she was on board the USS Enterprise for the Battle of Wolf 359 and the subsequent victory at Sector 001. After which time she was put in as one of the.
You cut out again.
Hang on a. Oh, I know what might help me get some feedback. Hang on. Let me see if I can. That.
on your audio settings. Do you have the what's your input?
No,
setting?
it's not that. It's just my internet is terrible.
Oh, okay.
That might be it. Anyways, so yes, following the Battle of Wolf 359 and Sector 001, she
It always cuts you out right there.
Like a miniature cliffhanger.
It's classified information, guys. We can't know it.
Classified. Dang it.
Oh man, it's blacked out.
she became
Redacted.
she became one of the Starfleet's experts on the Borg. There's not a lot from her during the time of the Dominion War.
That out.
But because the anti-Borg task forces were kind of put, they were still kept in reserve, but they were kind of put on the back burner. Just in case, because I think you would know this. You would probably know this, Captain Holloway, because you served on a Defiant class. And the Defiants were basically made to punch the Borg in the face really, really hard.
Yup.
One of the things the Federation was terrified of was the possibility that right in the middle of the Dominion War, the Borg.
Borg
It
went
was
silent.
an unspoken thing, but everyone thought about it. Like, geez, we're in the middle of this big war with the Dominion. What if right in the middle of this, the Borg show up and wreck our house? But following the Dominion War, looks like Shelby was back in the saddle. She has been a captain for a few years now, though. Can y'all hear me?
Yep. Just
Okay.
listening.
Yep, and I'd say that's what you find.
Okay. Jack still hates her.
Yeah. Nah, that's mood. Uh-huh.
He's got more
Anything
respect
else?
for Brennan now.
Yeah. Oh, the Achilles and the Maxwell Planck were about to go up against we're about to deal with some more Borg stuff. And we got it sniped out from under us.
Ooh.
Anyways, but that hasn't happened yet.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a couple more star dates before. It's literally like 2 or 3 days before the Achilles and the Maxwell Planck engage a Borg sphere. So that hasn't happened yet. But you'll find out about it later. Anyway, so is there anything else anyone wants to do before you enter system? I'm going to take that as a no.
I mean, I'm just seeing what I can do to further my research on cybernetics and genetics. That's my dead horse. I'm beaten every session, so sorry.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing: you have access to that thing. I don't have anything for you right now, but next time I think I might have something for you to work on.
I don't expect much right now. You're totally fine.
Anywho, I just sent something to Grack.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yep. I had to restart Discord because it was messing up and I had to session refresh it, so our audience can now hear everything, hopefully.
It's cracktastic.
There
Right.
you go, Grack.
Captain, we are entering the vicinity of the Dangrove colony.
Alright. Take us out of warp.
Aye, aye.
And per vessels.
Yep. You know me all too well. I am going to have Karak scan this entire system
Okay.
because I'm Jack Holloway.
That's
Yep.
how he rolls. What is that?
Thank you, Evil, for subscribing.
Yeah. Anywho, okay, where was I? Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to scan for things. Give me reason security. You're scanning specifically for vessels.
Yeah. The
Yep.
security scan.
Yeah. Reason security. Difficulty of 1, assisted by the ship's sensor security. So that's difficulty 0. Generate yourself some momentum.
If I use the control pad to do it, can I use control instead of reason, and then someone else can figure out what the results mean?
No.
We said
No.
Karak, not Crack, sorry.
Nice try.
All right. I will buy a die with threat because 14's not enough. Womp womp. Oh well.
Bad.
Gone fishing.
Okay, you've generated 2 momentum.
Woo!
Currently, there are no vessels in system. Nothing on long-range sensors either.
I'm detecting no vessels, Captain.
Well, that's a relief. The colony's on the planet, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. What class are these over here? Are these just moons?
That's going to require a roll. Someone's gonna have to make me a reason science difficulty 2 assisted by sensors science. So that's difficulty 1.
Kara?
She's stuck on a personal call right now.
Oh.
Our house phone was going off.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we shall wait.
Yep. And it's okay. It'll give me a moment to write up information.
Always plan for players doing player things. You have plan A through B taken care of. We throw plan Z at you. That has been my experience, anyways, as a GM.
I mean, but in your defense, I should really have this stuff written down.
Q needs to get their continuum together.
That's my experience with, as a GM, is I will have all the contingencies planned out, and then the players still do something. I'm like, wait, what? You're doing what?
Flips table.
Ain't that right, Alan?
Come on. Here we go. Okay. Is she back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
I am back.
Yes, reason science. Difficulty of 1.
Reason
Assisted by sensor science, but that's from difficulty 2, so it's difficulty 1.
sheet. Reason science. Do
Get
I
on
have
the
a
planet.
focus for what I am rolling for?
Let me take a look at your sheet, and I'll tell you.
Sensors?
Yes, sensors, absolutely.
Perfect. Do I need to roll really well on this? Do I need to spend for an extra dice?
It's a difficulty 1.
Oh, well, we're good then. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
You want
this
some
is pretty
momentum?
bugs. Someone rolled the ship's sensor science.
It's not. I can do it.
I'm looking at this giant, oh my god, list of
Sensors.
things.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That is 3 momentum. Damn.
We don't have to sound so upset about it. Granted.
Yeah. There you go, Dom.
I guess, does that mean that we have some floating momentum?
No, we
Oh, it just
we
puts us
had
at 5,
2.
okay. I
Yeah,
see.
it puts us at 5. We had 2.
Gotcha.
Neat little planets that you find here, Timsick.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
It's,
info.
anytime I look up alien planet, I never get anything decent.
Would you like me to read this off?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
The primary planet is Class M, global tropical climates. Its single main satellite is a Class C world, geologically inactive. However, the moon has its own separate satellite, a tectonically volatile Class Y.
Interesting.
Feel free to ask any questions.
Harry, you're the science person.
What do we need to know about these planets?
Nice try.
No, I'm asking my crew. Though it would be nice if the DM would tell me what questions to ask.
I'm like,
Persuasion plus command. No, just I completely missed from the time that we started, so I am unsure what we are doing here, and I am unsure what we are looking for as a player. I had an emergency phone call. I had to rip my headphones off and go diving for the phone.
yeah. I'll let the captain fill you in.
So we're just checking on the progress of Dancrov Outpost. It's a Federation colony on the Class M planet.
Okay.
We're just we're checking in on it, and you guys are gonna get shore leave. I say in quotation marks because that's not gonna happen. We all know that's not gonna happen.
We never get shore leave. Sulk.
Are there any unusual life signs that are unexpected, or energy signatures that are unusual? Anything unusual about your scans?
It's going to say energy signatures or unusual atmospheric or tectonic conditions might be one question, because that's sort of a geological thing. The life forms might be a second question, because it would be good to know if you're going to, beam down and be faced with giant, horrible, awful, man-eating beasts. So, reasonable.
So every life form is a Borg or something? That would be bad.
If that's the case, we're leaving. The outpost can fend for itself. Bye.
Are you going to ask? Are you going to ask any of those questions?
I am. I believe that would cost me 2 momentum, but they're important questions.
Okay, so for the energy question, the only energy source you are picking up is that of the that the colony is putting out.
Okay, that's positive.
And second off, in terms of life forms on the planet, you are picking up humanoid life forms, as well as a variety of flora and fauna on the planet's surface. It's a tropical, sort of jungly world.
Ooh, new specimens.
Fortunately, and I'll give you this because you spent the momentum on it, it does not appear that this is a planet with megafauna.
Oh, good. That is a relief. Are there any basic computer entries about what we could expect for flora or fauna? Like dangerous man-eating plants? Or poisonous hummingbirds?
I will take a momentum for that question. It's not going to be the answer you were looking for, but it'll give you some information regardless. There is very little in the database about what life forms are on this planet, because the colony only made planetfall 5 days ago.
Huh, okay.
So the only data that exists is what little you have in your computer from the last time you got an update from like the Starfleet the subspace network, and what was picked up by the long-range probes when this system was first discovered.
Okay, that is reasonable. So we should still be cautious. Did I generate any momentum with my prior rolls?
I don't know.
The
What do you
one,
mean?
two, and the one, the roll that I
Yeah.
made for this? Okay.
Yeah, so you generated 3 momentum, and then you spent
Yeah.
that on extra questions.
Oh,
There we
gotcha.
go.
Okay.
Now we're even. I will definitely relay this to the captain. Kara looks thrilled at the prospect of potential new life forms that are plants, but looks a bit pensive when she explains that there really isn't a lot known about what kind of flora and fauna to expect, and advises caution in the way of shore leave for exploration. And if
Noted.
at all possible, could I designate a science team to run scans and sensors to try and figure out if we can catalog some of these if we're going to be around here for a while? I know it
Permission
takes
granted.
time. Thank
Yeah.
Well,
Captain, we're receiving a hail from the colony.
on screen.
And oh, hang on, I gotta pull back to the bridge, and I'll pull the guy up. Appearing on
No
your
fancy screen.
Hang on, appearing on your view screen
Turn it off.
is a Tellarite.
Captain Jack Holloway, Federation Starship Ganymede.
Oh, thank goodness. You finally arrived. I'm Grev. I'm the governor of this little colony.
Pleasure, Grev. So, Grev, how can we be of assistance?
Well, I'm sure you and your folks were looking forward to some shore leave, but currently I don't think we're going to be in much of a position to offer it to you. Our people have been seeing some things in the woods, and currently we're not sure if it's safe. Our foraging parties have been too scared to go out. Any assistance you could offer in finding out just what the hell is going on down here would be greatly appreciated.
Well, Grev, Ganymede is a science ship, so I suppose we could assist in that way. My first officer is probably the most respected scientist I know. She'll figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'll send you the coordinates for where I'd like to meet them if possible. I'll be waiting.
Of course. Ganymede out.
And he disappears off the screen, and Karak, on your little terminal, you get a sort of a data feed of what's it? You get a data feed of coordinates. It would appear to be in a small little a small sandy valley at the edge of a small forested region.
All right. They've transmitted the coordinates, Captain.
All right. Well, Kara, looks like you got an away team to lead.
Kara nods.
So it is up to you who you would like to put on this away team.
What is the mission of the away team overall?
Figure out what's spooking these people.
Ah, okay. Who will you let me bring with me?
Wherever you want to bring.
Everyone. No.
The ship lands.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, could you imagine what would crawl into the vents and the nooks and the crannies of the spaceship if it actually did land? Oof.
No.
I don't
Nope.
have
We'll
the
stay up
little.
here in space vacuum. We'll stay up here in the
I
nice,
don't-
delightful vacuum of
I
space.
don't think the Luna class is even capable of planetfall.
No, it's not.
I don't
Yet.
so.
It hasn't been tested. There's one way to find out.
Grak, take us in. No.
Don't you dare!
You see,
The engineering
gosh.
team already has enough on their hands. Let's not add more.
You can do it, Corn.
Grak, make sure you do a barrel roll when you do.
That was already planned.
Oh,
That's
okay.
gonna happen.
oh no.
If we're gonna do it, we're gonna make it look good.
Well, I definitely know I want to bring the doctor with me. I definitely know I would like to bring Grak, and I would like to bring Karak. I also know that it might not be a bad idea to bring Korn along as well. Cover all the bases. I just don't know how many people you let me take on my away mission. And if that would leave us too thin for experienced crew on board.
Well,
I recommend we bring a doctor too, just in case.
yeah, I would recommend. I would prefer either Karak or Grak to stay on the ship. Because, well, I think I'd actually rather. Yeah, one
Are
of
we
them.
piloting
on the
down
ship.
in a ship, or are we beaming down?
Is there any interference, atmospheric interference, or anything that would prevent beaming?
I won't even make you I won't even make you roll for that. Yeah, you're not detecting any kind of interference. That would have shown up in your preliminary scans.
So transporters are the typical method.
Okay. Well, definitely taking Doctor along. Out of Karak and Grak, which one of you wants to come along more?
I mean, take the security specialist with you.
You sure?
Also, he has rank on me. Don't ask me.
True.
Well, mostly I'm asking out of character and as a player.
Well, I mean, while Grak is much better looking, Karak has, is the chief of security, so I guess that would make sense.
Well, if they do have concerns, I suppose Karak's eyes on it would be a good idea. Okay. There's my away team, plus any minions you wish to bring along.
Security minions?
If you would like. They are anxious
yeah, I would
about
say-
something, yes?
I'd say
That's what the security guy
security.
gets.
I would say if we're gonna bring supporting, let's bring security and science.
Okay. Proficient with flamethrowers.
Yes.
Primitive, but effective.
When you use flamethrowers, you just don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
How flammable is that hairpiece, Grak?
You really don't want to piss off the Tribble who it is. I built the Tribble. He's dynamite in combat.
It's a good thing we
Oh,
haven't run into any
God.
Klingons yet.
Well, we'll know when we find him.
All right. Well, shall we?
Indeed.
Just put together a thing. Do. It's not Grak. It's the doctor. Come on. And Kara. That's who it is. So yes, I'll bring you all down to the transporter room.
And who knows? Maybe it's disastrous enough that we will call down more people.
Mm-hmm. would you like one of you to roll it, or would you like your supporting transporter chief to do it?
Is our chief engineer coming?
Yes.
It very
was-
well could be a technical malfunction, so we've got our bases covered.
Oh, I was just saying because he could roll, but if he's on the transporter pad, maybe not.
I mean, I could walk over, remotely activate it, step back, and just have the guy just sit there casually, but I'm not going to do that.
I trust that this guy can push the buttons.
Yeah, then in that case,
Well, he's gonna have to push the button to bring us back, so let's hope that he can push the button to get us there.
Yes.
Yeah. So for whoever's going to be doing this, it is going to be a control engineering difficulty. So hang on. Base difficulty is 2. You're going from a pad to not a pad. So difficulty 3. You're doing it in the transporter room, so it's difficulty 2. And then because it's sensors engineering, it's difficulty 1. So control engineering, difficulty 1, assisted by sensors engineering. Maybe have either the captain or Grack roll it.
Using this here bullion.
Yeah. Hax Merigit. He's in the he's under the engineering supports.
Is Hax a nickname or is that his real name?
That's his first name, Hax. Hax.
How does he do with computers?
He's okay.
I mean, he's a whiz at computers, let's just say that much.
He doesn't have a focus in it, but
No, but he will soon.
That's a coincidence.
yeah, you can give that to him after this session. Is either Grack or the captain gonna roll this? Or...
Oh, sorry, what are you rolling?
Sorry, yep. I had to step away from the computer for a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, so either I'd say Grack or Holloway should roll this for Hax.
What
Just
is
as
he? Thanks.
he's under the engineering support.
Go for it, Grack. I don't think you got to roll really today.
It's all good? Okay. Hex, Margaret. Okay, what am I rolling for him?
Control engineering. You do have a focus. There you go.
Double yes.
And someone roll sensors engineering.
I got it.
Nope, you do generate a momentum.
Sweet.
As you all vanish. New scene, you immediately lose that momentum.
Dang it!
Well, hey, you would have been, at least you're not at 1 momentum now.
True.
And...
Oh, look at this little colony.
And so you find yourself in a little sandy valley. Not super pictured on this map, but you like looking around, and at the top of the cliffs you can see what look like tropical palm trees, and sort of a tropical breeze blows in on the air. Despite this looking like a very dry spot in your immediate vicinity.
It's just adjusting my map out.
Yeah. And so you see a number of people working about, and coming around as he appears to have seen you arrive, coming down these stairs, is that Tellarite you saw on the view screen.
Wonderful. I move towards him, since it seems that he's coming down to greet us.
I should be able to move your tokens. Yeah, there you go. Ah,
Commander Dahl of the USS Ganymede, along with my team. I
very
introduce
good.
them.
It's good to see some friendly Starfleet faces all the way out here.
What can you tell me about the past few days that you've been here? I'm a bit concerned, but I believe we can help.
Well, let me see. Who would be best able to? I know. Black, you come over here. And, this, Denobulan, steps forward. Tell him what you saw. Well, I was foraging out in the woods, looking for, potentially useful plant life, mineral deposits, and the like. We have enough supplies to get us started here, but much of what we're going to end up fabricating, that's not from the replicators, are things we're going to have to forage naturally, or at least some of the base chemical components. But while I was out yesterday, I saw some strange shadows in the woods. Big, lumbering figures. I didn't dare get any closer.
Intriguing. Kara looks thoughtful. Preliminary scans didn't bring up any megaflora or fauna that we should be concerned about. We'll get to the bottom of this. We'll figure out what it is. I am glad that you are safe and in one piece.
Thank you, ma'am. If you don't mind, sir? Oh, yes, as you were. And he turns around and he goes back to working on, looks like some kind of a water reclamation unit.
Was he asking us?
Oh no, he was asking his commanding officer if he could get back to work because they are working on water reclamation units, and you can't live without water.
That's what they say.
I don't know. I think our captain's trying to live without water.
Hey, there is water in booze, just, small percentage of it.
This is true. This is very true. I don't suppose by any chance that you have been running any scans of the area, either passive or active? Any data at all you can offer on anything that anybody has been scanning in the area, I'd like to have my team on the ship take a look at. Is it possible to mark on the map where this incident was?
We've been running plenty of scans in the nearby area, rather intensely after all this happened, but honestly, all we can pick up is plant life.
Intriguing. Alright.
Have any injuries been reported, or is it just, scary?
Well, fortunately, no injuries, but that's because none of my men are willing to get close. We're not particularly armed here. The preliminary scans said that there wouldn't be any, large wildlife for us to worry about here.
Well, so far no incidents. Hopefully it remains that way and we can solve the mystery of what exactly has been seen. And what it means for the colony.
And the moment you say, hopefully there will be no more incidents, a scream pierces the air. As running in the gates of this colony comes a Trill woman. They're coming this way! They're coming this way!
What's coming this way?
Telepathic read off of her? What's in her mind? Does she have
She's-
pictures in her brain?
Terrified.
Oof.
Big,
Kara looks unsettled.
big big, terrifying, scary. And then, just as you get these little flashes in your mind, you see them yourself, lumbering towards the big open gate.
Karak
Oh,
will
no.
shout out to the colonists to take cover, get inside their shelter.
I want to scan them. The heck are they?
It's the British.
Oh god, not them.
Is this the one I want? Yeah. Is that what you're gonna do?
I am in fact going to scan them. I don't even know what I'm looking at besides great big lumbering shadowy figures.
Those are the things that got Tashi R.
Okay.
The doctor's
Give-
like, peace out.
That is a reasonable response.
Give me a insight science difficulty of 3 because you are not next to these things.
That's okay. I'm using my tricorder and or pad because this was a thing that we would need and whatnot. May I buy a die with momentum?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you generate that momentum back.
Woohoo.
You quickly instead of flipping out your phaser, you quickly whip open your tricorder.
The power of science.
Are the colonists responding to my request that they run for cover?
Yeah, they're all starting to.
I'll move up and prepare.
So
my-
hang on.
Okay,
Well,
good.
so hang on. You actually cannot do that just yet, because Doll is doing her thing, and then once she does her thing, they get to go. Yes. So you succeeded. Doll. These things would appear to be. These are definitely regular life forms. They're not emitting any kind of strange energy signatures, no radiation signatures. These are definitely life forms.
Well, I guess my
if-
question was, while Doll's doing that, am I able to ready my phaser? Jeez.
I'll say you can ready your phaser, but that's about it.
Okay. Should I move back to here?
Yes.
Well, Dahl's comment on it is they're biological.
Do you have any questions?
I am unsure what to ask. Right now, they just look like gray dots on my screen, so.
Are they on all fours or are they on
Hey,
bipedal?
hey, GM, can you actually blow the image of them up so we can see
Yeah.
a better view of them?
Yeah, I just said Shift Z on one of the tokens.
Yep.
How do you?
Ooh. Swamp
Oh,
monsters.
that's creepy. I like it.
I do. Well, they're biological in nature. What else does everybody think we should ask about these things? My thought is, are they plant or are they animal? I know that exotic flora and fauna don't always follow the classifications that Earth assigns, but
Well, Garrick would want to know their combat capabilities, like if they have
poison.
kind of any kind of what sort of menace they pose, what sort of threat they pose.
That is a good question. So I guess that would be my next immediate question. It would be, what kind of biological weaponry do they have? What kind of threat would they pose to us as humanoids immediately?
Okay. It would appear from your scans that these creatures have what could be tentatively described as basically big stretchy arm thing. Because you can see it as they're moving. Like, as they lumber forward, their arms like extend a little as they move with their gait.
Do they have tentacles?
I wouldn't say so much tentacles. It's just the
rubber
arms.
band?
The arms kind of just end in these big, sticky, bulbous, like, blobs.
Okay.
So, now
potentially
it is
stretchy limbs with very strange blob-like things.
So, it is the end of your turn then. So it is now up to them. This one doesn't move forward. Instead, it moves off this way and starts just slowly looking up and down this big transmitter dish here. And that's its turn.
Okay, so does that mean it's Argo?
Yep, you're up.
Uh,
And I'll say that also on your turn, one of the colonists runs.
Kara frowns at her tricorder while she's doing the scanning. She says, "Biological in nature. Watch the limbs."
what are your orders?
Are these beasts like advancing towards us specifically, or are they just
No.
sort of rambling about aimlessly?
Not right now.
I recommend we take
Hold
everyone
action.
inside. I recommend we take everyone inside and observe.
I think that would be the smart course of action.
So you're gonna handle getting people moved away?
Mm-hmm. So hold
okay.
fast, and if they start advancing on us aggressively,
correct.
shoot them.
Correct. Give me a control command check, difficulty 2.
Oh, command's my specialty. Is this to tell people to go inside?
Yeah, this is you organizing a panicking crowd and staying control, and maintaining your composure.
Can I assist him with that?
No.
Okay.
Does my composure focus apply?
Yes, it does.
Cool. I'll buy a die with threat because we only have one momentum. What was the diff?
2. You hit it.
Cool.
So these 4 all run back to here.
That was including us in that, though. We should all go inside and just observe to see what they do.
Now it is their move. This one is going to go over here. Oh, hang on. I should have made this loop. There we
Is
go.
it like a minor action to move or anything? Like, how do I-
Yes. You get a single movement minor per.
how far can I move? Mostly my goal was to try to cover everybody's retreat.
You can move a zone, which is, I know it's vague, but a zone is sort of just like this area down here where the doctor is. That's a zone. Where you guys are over here, that's a zone. This
Can I
here,
Move
zone.
to like here.
Sort of an area that you could run across within a couple of seconds on camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Can I move
yes,
to there?
yeah, you could absolutely move to there. That I
Okay.
consider that a zone.
So
yeah,
like
now you're.
I just say get inside, and then I run over there and be ready,
Mm-hmm.
covering everybody. Like
So,
a
yep.
hero.
So yep. This guy he just moves over to this big crate thing, and that's his turn.
Can we keep the initiative?
Does any so it'll cost you momentum if no one has quick to action.
I have quick to action.
You do have quick to action, then yes, you can keep the initiative. Well, so I had already had one of those guys go, so it's still your turn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
either the doctor or
Yeah, I was just suggesting that we do that, but apparently I used my action to command everybody to go inside, which is cool.
yeah. Well, no, it's
let
you
someone
can
else
do it.
go.
It's just you have to tell me. Well, so you have to tell me at the end of your turn that that's what you're going to do, and I had already taken the other guy's turn. So next time,
Yeah, that's fine.
sure.
Whose turn is it now, though?
Ours, I believe Corrin hasn't gone yet, and I think the doctor hasn't gone yet. I know he bolted for cover before the things came into sight. Or-
Corn is going to look at the
thereabouts.
transmitter and think to himself, something that he popped into his mind, and as he's like kind of like backing up with Kara, he's going to say, "Could that transmitter be giving off radiation there?" Points to the transmitter as he's running.
It's possible. We don't know anything about them yet. I'm trying.
Might be an interesting thing to ask the artillerite friend when we get it. And he's gonna, if we're moving inside, that's what he's doing. If not, he's gonna hold his position. I think we were moving inside, if I'm correct, right?
Yep.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna move towards where the rest of them are.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a zone. Yeah. Do you want to keep the round?
Yeah, let's keep the initiative.
Okay, Doctor, what do you want to do? Doctor?
Really? All of that in one turn?
Huh?
What?
Is the doctor... Is there a doctor in the house?
Doctor?
He was
He-
having connection issues
Yeah, he
earlier
might be
with
having
roll
some
20.
connection issues.
He says I'm here.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
All right, cool. I don't know what's
What
going
are you
on.
gonna do?
Can I take cover on this wall here and see if I can get more scans, or just also record like their behavior as to maybe asking what they're doing?
Sure.
Like, are they just curious,
Sure.
or
So, sure. Give me insight medicine. Oh, actually, give me reason medicine. Difficulty 2.
xenobiology might maybe help?
Yes. Yes. Would you like to spend a momentum?
Sure.
Sure. So funny enough, so this will hopefully allow you to answer the question, because you're looking over the data that Dahl picked up. Dahl had specifically asked the question, oh, is it animal life? Is it plant life? It is neither.
And that would tell me what exactly?
It is.
Cliffhanger.
It's what? Is like 3 kobolds stacked on top of each other?
Yeah,
like...
I just gotta.
Okay.
Okay, we can hear you.
So, you know from your studies of Earth taxonomy, that Earth history, they divided living things into 5 kingdoms. Animal, plant, protist, Monera, and the 5th kind, which is what this is, fungi.
Oh, they're just here to party.
God, I'm so charged. I'm so it's taking a lot of focus right now. Really trying not to make a fun guy joke here. Sorry.
We should have brought Grak. He's a fun guy too.
Yeah, we could have just got a whole Ganymede party down here.
Cheese it, Doctor.
I will relay that to Karak and Dahl since they're kind of in earshot.
Are you gonna?
They seem to be type of some sort of fungoid.
Are you gonna cheese it with the rest of the party?
I mean, if you guys can hear it.
Are you going to run away at all? Or are you just going to stay where you are?
I kind of want to stay and watch, see what's going on.
Well, that's the idea was that I don't know if you heard me earlier, but the idea was that we go inside and observe.
Oh. Is there a way through here? It looks like a gate or some sort of storage area.
Where?
Inside the pit I'm in right here. There's a couple doors.
Yes, you can easily get inside of those.
I'll keep it open for Karak or maybe anyone else needs to get inside. So.
We'll go this way.
Hang on. It's not the end of the round yet.
Waiting for these two.
Sorry.
Yep.
Actually, I'll go to this door instead if I can.
Mm-hmm. So, this guy just gonna run in this tent here. This lady gonna run over to these stairs here.
How secure do these tents look?
It is now their turn. They get to go as there are no left, so this guy moves here, and he's also going to be looking over this box with the guy below him, and then slowly lumbering towards you is... Hang on, I have it.
Are they making any noise or just silent?
They are silent.
That's not unnerving.
Any telepathic impression off of them?
Yes, so it's now the start of the round. You can, give me, an insight command check difficulty of 1. Oh, nice.
If it matters, I'm after the one that is closest to Karak there. I really want to know what's on its brain, if it has one.
So, it's very interesting. You're picking up the exact same thought, like, the exact same mental thought process running in the minds of all 4 of these. A simple...
The hive mind.
No. They're not a hive mind. They're not connected. And I'll give you that for free. This is just what you're finding out from your psychic impressions. They just, each of them has a single thought looping in their head. Find supply. Find supply. And each of them are repeating that in their heads in just the same monotonous tone. And you see these two here, as they look over this box here, are these supply? Yes. And this one here, is this supplies? No.
Can Kara also move in this round?
Yes, you do have a movement, but that was your action.
That is fine. I definitely have something to ask when I am able to.
Mm-hmm.
But I do shout, at least to Carrick, and potentially I think the doctor if he can still hear me over the wall. They're not after us, they're after supplies.
What? Stop them!
What kind of supplies?
Whatever's in that box over there. She points at the brown boxes.
Yeah.
They're sentient, but simple.
Do we know what's in the boxes?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Is it Gwyneth Paltrow?
Just her head.
It's replacement lining for one of our reactors. We brought it with us.
Is it something we're able to replicate on the Ganymede?
Yeah, you could replicate that kind of stuff.
Okay, so it's replaceable?
Yes.
That sounds
Lives
like
are
there's a
not.
catch. Yeah,
Yes.
lives are not replaceable. Supplies are replaceable. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's replaceable. It just means that you'd have to go to the Ganymede, say, "Hey, can you replicate this for us?" And you'd have to wait for them to replicate it. It's not instant.
That's fine. These are not supplies that are being immediately used. It's not like we're going to get hit by a nuclear blast if they open the box and take the stuff. We should be
So-
okay. We have some time.
So, I have a question, and sorry, the was it the governor of this colony that just told them to stop these things? Like they want them to forcibly like make these creatures stop, you know, looking for whatever supplies they're looking for.
Well, to be fair, he does have the lives of his colonists to think about, and he is viewing them as hostile. If they don't have supplies, they could all die anyway. So, in a roundabout way, even if they're not aggressively attacking the colonists, they're still attacking something that the colonists are going to rely on to survive.
Okay,
I can see his
Thank
point of view.
thank you, because I just needed a clarification because I keep having to pull away from my computer. So,
That's
Just
okay.
wondering if Kara can tell them that we're friends somehow.
So that was your turn, doll. Now it is their turn.
Is this the same round or a new round?
It's a new round.
Okay.
So
can we
the
keep
quick
the initiative again?
That'll cost momentum or threat.
Do we want to keep the initiative again? Does anybody have an action they want to do?
I have used
I'm
mine.
just keeping the door open for whoever needs to get through. I'm waiting at the door.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I'll Is it possible to ready an action in this system?
Yeah,
How do you do it?
you ready in action.
Well, I don't really have. You can defend yourself without readying an action, right?
What do you mean?
Well, like if somebody attacks you, it's an opposed roll, right? Physically.
Yeah, so if you want to do a thing where like if you want to ready yourself and like create yourself an advantage if you get attacked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, give me a control security difficulty 2.
Okay. Do I need to keep the initiative for this?
Yes, you would need to keep the initiative.
Okay.
That will cost I believe 1 momentum or 1 threat.
Yeah, it's usually 2 momentum or 2 threat or whatever.
Oh yeah, sorry, 2 momentum.
I'll buy a die with threat for this roll.
So is that 3 threat total?
Well, I don't. If I can spend 1 momentum and 1 threat for the.
So okay, so
then I
2
will.
so 2
Yeah.
so 2 threat.
Yeah.
then.
What was the diff on my roll? 2?
2, so you generated 2 momentum.
Cool.
So you have an advantage if any of these things. You have an advantage on a melee attack if any of these things try to lap you.
Okay, and then can I move also?
Sure.
How secure does this tent look? I mean, is this guy safe or hidden in there?
Not really. He just ran into the first thing he could.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the tents might have supplies in them too.
Yeah, I was gonna tell that guy to get out of there. I'll just move. If everybody's like heading towards the interior and they look safe, then I'll head towards this guy.
Okay.
To try to protect him. How far can I get?
You can get here.
Okay.
In a move. That's a zone.
Like here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just move over there and, like I said, ready myself. And I'm like, get indoors. And, that's it for me.
Mm-hmm. I am going to spend 2 threat so that this guy can assist this guy, and they have to make a fitness security roll.
Uh-oh. It just got real. Brennan changed his display pic.
Oof. Nope. Yeah. And I will spend 2 threat to quash that complication.
Its name is Bud? We can't hurt them, guys.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
As these two are just struggling to pull on this crate. It is now your turn.
We can figure out what type of supplies they're after in particular. Maybe we could, bait them away with those supplies, but putting them somewhere else other than here. Anyway, who's up?
What if we threw a tracker in the box and put a hover lift underneath it and let them drag it off and see where they're dragging it to?
Well, that's why they pay you the big bucks. Good idea.
But who will get close enough, and do we have these devices? Asked the little red hen.
I mean, I'm not afeared. I'll do it, but I need a tracking device.
Good thing we've got an engineer.
Can I throw my tricorder or comm badge on it or something?
I was gonna say, well, you.
Oh no.
You cut
We can
off
what?
again. Is he there?
Maybe.
Sorry, I was dealing with something. You want me to do what?
I'm gonna guess that he says that they attack us all and we're all dead. TPK.
Okay, so the two fungus peoples are trying to pull away the box, and they definitely think it has supplies. In those boxes are liners for reactors, which we can replace, but the colonists brought with them, so it's not something that's been stolen from the area around them. These two things are struggling and failed all their tests to actually haul off the box. My out-of-character idea is, and probably in character as well, see if we can throw a hover lift below it and throw a tracking device on the box and make it easy for them to tote it away. So see where it
so
goes
you
back
want
to.
me to contact the ship and have them do that, or?
I can just throw my
Kara
comm badge
knows-
on it, but we need a.
Because I can't just pull
Go
a
ahead.
hover lift out of my hover trolley out of thin air. I have to request one to be
What?
beamed down.
What kind of engineer are you? You can't just make a hover trolley out of. Throw some dirt on it or whatever. You can do it.
Sure, give me 3 days and I'll get you a hover trolley.
Do some.
So,
Oh, no.
so what
Just
is what's your plan?
So what was the rest of what you were saying, Brennan? We couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I said a comm badge will do the trick.
Oh. Well, who's up? I've already gone.
I think the easiest solution is to put a comm badge in it, and they'll eventually drag it off. I mean, it might take them a while, but
Are you
I'm
kidding?
cautious.
You're just going to let them take our supplies? What kind of Starfleet assistance is this?
This is first contact with an alien species who is sentient enough to have thought patterns. Your reactor liners can most certainly be replaced. I would like to be cautious in this endeavor. Lives cannot be replaced, but supplies can.
Perhaps you could tell them that we mean them no harm and that we will assist them in obtaining supplies.
I can try. I am not sure if they would receive outside thought processes. There's a chance that could make them hostile. They are very simple.
Anyhow,
I'd freak
so
out.
so does anyone have an action they're gonna take? Because we are in combat time.
Anyone at all? Doctor, you want to keep moving or? Horner,
I mean, I'm good if I'm waiting for Karak to get in here, but or the other guy from the greenhouse.
what about these people? Are they continuing to move?
Hopefully they can move indoors.
Yes.
So are we just gonna pass our action, or is somebody gonna do something? Movement, anything at all?
I've already used my action, so it's on
Right.
you guys.
Horn and the doctor.
You got any suggestions what I can do? Because I'm just holding the door for you, man. That's all I got.
You can ready an action to go inside if one gets too close.
I'll do that then, definitely, for sure.
Okay, then it's their turn.
Okay. Sec. This one is going to spend its full action just moving all the way across. This one is going to move down to here.
And I disappear.
That's pretty close.
Too close. Stranger danger.
Open the blast doors. Close the blast doors.
Right. Open it. Close it. Close it.
Okay, and if no one else is doing anything, then that's the end of the round, and it goes back around to you guys.
Did they want some sort of comm badge on one of them? I guess I can't do that with my action. I was holding it for myself to get in, so never mind.
Yeah, I got that covered.
Is that what you're gonna do, Karak?
I mean, how this thing looks pretty big. They're not going to be able to just drag it off, can they?
You don't know.
Alley-oop a comm badge into it. I mean, they did open it.
What do the materials inside look like? Is it like sheets of?
Yeah, big sheets of reactor plating.
Okay. How close? Yeah, I mean, how close do I need to get? I guess I can just move up on it and
Yeah.
slap my comm badge on the.
Yep, give me a control security difficulty 2. This will succeed at cost. Or you can let it succeed at cost.
We only have 1 momentum, so I'm gonna buy a die with threat and roll.
You you get the momentum back. As you quickly stick your comm badge onto it.
Why? I bought it with threat.
Oh, you bought it with threat, so you just generate a momentum.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
It was diff 2.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Is my how long does that advantage last? Just 1 round, or is it still up for?
It's still up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it lasts until one of them tries to whack you.
I will move away if possible. If I am out of movement, then I just stand there.
You are out of movement.
Okay, I just stand there.
Guess what? I'm not out of movement. Carrick, get out of there!
Oh, you're gonna order him?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yes, you can just take an action.
Alright, well then I will go over here and be like, sir, please proceed indoors.
Okay. This guy up here at the top, I am going to spend a threat. Give him a 3rd die.
Nice one, Kara, by the way.
That's what I'm here for.
That was cool.
Much better. And I immediately get that threat back. As this guy up here, you see this thing cross. It walks up to this massive barrel. It looks at it for a minute. It puts 2 of its arms down, almost like a robot, and then the 2 massive tendrils shoot out, latch onto it, and the thing just lifts it up effortlessly.
Oh no, I wonder what's in that barrel.
Or they could just, guys, they could be straight up just robbing these people. That's it.
Well, the colonists brought those supplies with them, and yes, they are, basically. But it costs us nothing to be careful.
DM, is that thing looking at me right now? The fungus thing?
No, it's totally ignoring you.
How easy to put these? How easy is it to put these badges on things?
You'd have to.
Bad boy on there.
This bad boy can fit so many badges in it.
Nice.
Slaps roof of the car.
Good. It was a diff 2 for me, but it might be more difficult on this one. Who knows?
I was thinking about putting it on the fungus man, the fun guy.
Why don't you put a kick me sign on him too?
Right?
That I will let you know, that would be an opposed roll.
It'd be seen as an act of aggression.
I mean, its hands are full.
So
How many hands is it going to sprout out of its body?
Yeah, it is a tentacle. It is a
Hey.
fungus tentacle monster.
That's intel we just learned, guys. That's valuable information.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose of our non-aggression policy that we're opting for. Though.
Okay, that's fair. Oh no, I don't know because I don't know if they're gonna ditch this crate or I don't know, or maybe they'll drop the stuff off and come back, and we won't know that they'll have another party come back to get more supplies.
Right.
When we go try and track us down.
If one of us puts a comm badge on the barrel, though, we can always transport the barrel back here.
what are you gonna do? I do need you to make a call. I will say that this is something I haven't done yet, but this is a warning I'll give going forward. I do a thing where if you guys take too long to decide on a course of action, I start to get through.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good
I'll
old
just chill
rule
in
from
I'll just
Conan.
chill in the door there and just stay in cover. Just stay out of this thing's way.
Next.
This guy is going to just ready in action. You guys?
I'm going to continue to follow the colonists.
Same.
And you would have done that on your turn, Dawn.
Yeah. I just forgot to move.
Okay, and so for them, they are going to use their ready to action and the thing, so it's... Let's see. These are the assists. And... So I really need this to happen, guys. Thank you. As each of them shoot out these big pseudopods, and they all latch onto this crate, and in one heft, they all lug it above them. Two in the back, one in the front. In front of the crate, not pictured here. And for two more threat, they lumber off.
What's this guy doing? Is he gonna hang out? We're gonna make friends?
It is now the top of the round. It is your turn.
How far can I get to the doctor? Or I guess I'll just go here.
Okay. That it? You're not going to take an action?
No, I'll just go there and make sure the doctor's not being attacked.
Okay.
Or
Their
here,
turn.
Better view.
This guy is going to spend one action to get up to here. Second action to get to here.
Can I see what this barrel thing that he has is? Like what it looks like?
Give
If he
me...
walks by?
Yeah, give me a insight security difficulty of 2.
Trying to see like what it's
Yeah, no, I know that. It's just it's
Okay.
you're trying to get a look at this thing while it's moving.
Gotcha. I'll buy a die with threat.
Okay, I'll take it.
So there's 4.
Okay, that's 2 momentum.
Cool.
It would appear that it grabbed a crate of coolant fluid, a barrel of coolant fluid.
Oh, okay.
Is anyone else going to do anything, or is it all just going to be you guys getting inside?
Can I tell what type of material the crate is?
It's a metal barrel.
Okay.
I need to contact the USS Ganymede.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I would like them to track Karak's comm badge signal and scan and see where it's going, and don't lose sight of it.
Okay, we
Keep
will
me
do that.
updated.
We will do that in a moment, but I think in that regard, eventually this last one lumbers off into the jungle as well.
Yeah, the reason I was trying to see what it was is to make it easier to spot on a scanner if we want, or on a scan if we wanted to transport it back here.
Mm.
Truth.
So it vanishes into the jungle as well, and just like that, the mysterious creatures are gone.
Well, that was interesting.
Most curious.
Doc over his comm badge. Just ask everyone if they're okay. We'll do like a head count.
All clear here.
Does not seem to be any
Horn
injuries.
says that he's fine.
Oh, God damn it.
Now, is everyone
You just
inside or?
Just let them walk off. Great. Fantastic.
Kara looks back over, slightly reproachful. You do know that we can replace those supplies, and since we know where they are, we'll be able to handle the problem a bit easier, and we can probably transport your supplies right back. No loss of life. This is the important part.
It was the tactically superior decision.
Give me a presence command difficulty 2.
Can I assist with my little add-on there?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Presence command.
It's my specialty, presence command.
Does biology apply in this case? I'm assuming
No.
not.
I suppose. Still, I expect you all to do something about this.
We will, I assure you, and we will not leave you wanting. Your survival is important to us.
All right. And he just sort of grumbles off.
Well, he seems quite pleasant.
Tellarites, man. Tellarites.
Could be
Yeah.
worse. Could be much worse.
Vulcans and Tellarites get along really well.
Narrator. The Tellarites and the Vulcans did not get along.
Nope.
All right. What now?
I suggest that we locate wherever they came from and maybe get some detailed scans to determine or ascertain their numbers and needs.
Yep. Kara nods thoughtfully. That will
Perhaps-
be a thing that she needs to contact the USS Ganymede for. Is now an appropriate time to start
Yes.
that? Okay.
Perhaps we could find a way to communicate with them.
Hopefully, I will definitely have my science team on that. I am not sure how they would respond to a sudden new voice inside their head. I know that it freaks out most humanoids, so she sort of shrugs a little bit. We can try.
Well, perhaps we can find a way to communicate with them via some sort of psilocybin network or something.
That might be far more appropriate. That is a much better idea than the thought of using telepathy. I like that.
Commander, will you require my assistance with setting up some sort of device for this procedure?
Right now, I am most concerned about tracking Karak's comm badge and seeing where they go. Do you think you could have engineers aboard the USS Ganymede help the science team with that? I don't want to lose sight of it.
Certainly. He taps his comm badge and calls up to his chief of engineer, assistant engineer. I need to figure out who that was.
Eric's most concerned about this guy. Hey man, what's your deal? Why do you stay in that tent? I was gonna leave the tent.
Wow.
Corn, your engineer's mate or whatever is the Ferengi.
Yeah, thank you. I'm scrolling down to him. Frankie. Larad. Larad, come in.
Yes, Larad here.
I need you to work with the rest of the engineering team that you can wrangle up and work with the science team on the Ganymede to see if we can track a stolen assets for
I
our
can use my
commander here.
badge.
Oh, you had something stolen from you.
Not us, the colony.
Well, either way, recovery of stolen goods is often a pricey affair.
It is. Just, can you track a comm badge signal with the science team and see what you can find? Report back to me when you're done.
Fine.
Alright, that's great. Corn out.
I love that Ferengi so much. He was fun to play when I used him as a supporting character.
Yeah, Ferengi are great.
So, Dahl wanted to call up to the, Oh, so, Dr. Cross, give me a reason medicine difficulty of 3.
May I assist him on this?
I'm
Any focuses possibly, or what we got?
xenobiology. And I'm
Okay.
gonna say no. This is him just coming up with something off the top of his head.
I'm going to buy a die with momentum.
Nice. You hit the difficulty. So, it occurs to you, and it only occurs to you because you're in the region of space for it. This actually does sound kind of familiar. If only because of where you guys are. You know that you see yourselves on the map here.
Yep.
Yep.
There's
You
more
would
shiny
have-
things.
You would happen to know that the Andalan Union is in fact a fungoid race.
I will relay my thought process to the crew. The Indolin, you said?
Yeah, the Andalan. Or the
Indala.
Andala Union. The Andala Union. The race is called the Andalan.
Interesting.
They are a fungoid type.
I think I might have been playing too much Cyberpunk. That token made me think I was going to get a 30% boost to my critical damage.
Well, that news makes Kara look relieved because erring on the side of caution, especially if it's a known race, whew, thank goodness.
Yes.
Well, if
Now,
it's,
to figure out if our databanks have any information on them whatsoever, Good thinking, Doctor.
Now,
Maybe we'll figure out how to communicate with them if we've encountered them before.
that or see if there are actually similarities besides them just being a fungal type creature or race.
Would it be possible that there would be any Ondalan civilizations nearby where they could have come from? Perhaps.
Well, the Indala Union is right next door.
Right next door. Got it. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on the map.
okay. So,
It's the Indala Union starts the sector over.
okay, so, yeah. He's just gonna say they could be trying to scout out for new places to settle down, who knows, but obviously we need to talk to them somehow, some way, and let them know that what they're up to is technically not appropriate.
Frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
That, yes.
Are we thinking that there's some sort of subspecies of Indolan, or do they think they are Indolan? What are we thinking here?
Well,
Well,
it
we
depends
took
on what
scans
we
of
can
them.
get from. We did, and we can double check the database to see what we know of that race versus what we have scanned and what we know now.
Yep. Compare
And
the
you're gonna-
scans.
So you're gonna call up to the ship.
Sure, unless I can start work on that myself, since I have most of the science team trying to track and figure out what the heck those fungus among us are up to.
I'd say to do a deep dive into the Federation database to get the ship's help. You'd have to do it on the ship.
Okay. Well, maybe that
Uh,
would be something that I could go up to do, or I could ask them to do. Up to you guys.
Go ahead. While you're doing that, can I have permission to take some portable emitters and erect a force field barrier?
Absolutely. Secure the site. She nods.
If you need me to help
So-
set those up,
Yes, please.
you guys it's gonna help with that.
We'll just have
Okay.
them beam down, I guess.
Yeah, give me a presence engine. So to set up the emitters, I'd say give me control engineering, difficulty of 3 to set up some force field emitters.
Okay. Can I assist Corn?
Sure.
All right, so control engineering, and then transporters, replicators, EPS systems. I don't think would apply, right? Because this is not a transporter or replicator, and it's not an EPS system. so-
No, none of that.
Okay. I don't think I need to use any of my values. Let's see what I have down here.
Well, Kara could also just have them transmit the data that we have on that species Enduran or whatever, and you can do it here if you don't want to go back to the ship.
Well, reasonable. I could ask for what information we have so far on them, and then see if we can do a further deep dive for more obscure reports and findings and whatnot. Sort of like, where's the Wikipedia entry?
Sure,
Okay, now go
first.
check all those citation sources.
Yeah. Well, that was just an idea. If now I remember that Grennan said you needed to be aboard the ship, so maybe there's more to it. Than
Or at least to get an assist from the ship.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
You could just make the check cold and see if this is just stuff that you remember from reading reports.
Well, I do have a data pad, but as you say, it's probably too far away to connect to the ship.
Does this outpost have anything that can help us out with us trying to figure something out? Like any sort of
Computer.
I don't know, computer?
I'm going to
computer.
I am going to spend 2 threat. They have not gotten their comms terminal hooked up to the subspace network yet.
We just found Corn's next job.
Corn's gonna
Hang on, one thing at a time, guys.
Yep.
I know
He
you.
was busy setting up the-
really want to do this without leaving the planet,
He
but
was busy going to set up the the
Yeah.
force field thing. So let's do that first.
Yeah, that's why I said next. job.
Yeah. Yep. So,
I'm just waiting for you to roll.
yeah, I
for
know.
my
I'm
estimate.
trying to decide. I'm gonna buy a die with 2 die with momentum and a 1 die with threat.
What's the
Sure, I'll
diff
take
on
that.
this force field
It's
setup
3.
thing?
3.
Okay.
3. Okay. So, yep. And
I'll assume that my martial arts karate focus applies on this roll.
You roll one more die, Corn, because you
one more.
rolled.
Oh yeah. Let me just roll a flat 1. There we go.
Okay, that is
That's a
6
lot of
successes against 3, so that's 3 momentum. As
Nice.
yeah, with a
Yep. As
All configured.
Rizal would say, well done, well done.
so, while they're doing that, what are you going to do, Doll?
Out of character, I am unsure if it's appropriate for a commander to leave her away team, even if briefly, to go do a thing.
Yes,
So,
it's okay.
It happens in the show all the time.
You
okay. If it's appropriate and there's a force field up and it looks like we're secure for now, I will in fact request permission to beam back and go see what I can dig up on the Ganymede.
And if I could,
probably
I would like to join you.
Absolutely. I fill in the captain on what's going on too while I dig.
Okay,
And
so
Corn is
the
gonna
two of you-
work on the next thing.
so the 2 of you pack in together.
And Carrick and Corn high five on a good job.
Yes.
One high five, one paw.
1 high five and 1 paw, and then a tail high five. My tail just like flicks up and just. Okay, maybe
Hell
not. Yeah.
So we will pick up as Doll and the Doctor stroll back onto the bridge of the Ganymede.
Am I allowed on the bridge?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're the chief medical officer.
Absolutely not. Get off my bridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I mean, yeah.
no medical personnel on the
Yeah.
bridge ever.
Yeah,
I feel like
you're the CMO. You're pretty much allowed to go wherever the hell you want.
You didn't
I feel like
redesign-
at some point, Captain Holloway always kicked me out of this room because he doesn't want to take his physical or anything like that. It's like, you gotta come to the medical officer eventually.
Captain,
Fuck
Captain
off.
Holloway has no problem taking his physical. He's very aware that he is old.
There's a really clear, easy to read sign right here that says no doctors.
Hey, your liver's
Well, then I can't be up here.
Hey, Cap, your
I'm a
liver's-
doctor, just not that kind of doctor.
So yes, Captain, you see the commander and the doctor stroll onto the bridge.
Commander, what's the situation?
There are fungus people attempting to take supplies from the colonists. We have a comm badge, Carrick's comm badge, on the supplies that they took. They are fairly primitive and non-aggressive, but hungry.
I see.
We will need to replicate the lining for a reactor if at all possible. I am unsure if we will be able to recover it. Meanwhile, engineering and science are both tracking the comm badge, and we will see where they are going with this supplies of theirs. She uses little bunny ear quotes. That's probably something that she picked up from the creatures.
Understood.
He looks to the doctor.
Sorry, out of character. What do you want me to say?
Oh, this is your point to explain that you think that it might possibly be related to the fungoid people that are already here?
The Indolin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Indala.
Because that was totally your
Oh, the
discovery.
Indala.
Like,
Oh yeah, no, I was like, you take this away, Commander. You have this. I don't care. Yeah, I have reason to believe that this might possibly be like a subspecies of Indolin or some sort of away team of theirs. Possibly, I don't know, but they are the closest thing we have documented to that closely represent what we saw down on planet side, Captain.
The Indolin. What do we know about the Indolin?
That's what we're here to find out.
Get
So
to it, then.
this is a reason command roll, difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's computers command.
Wait, am I rolling?
Whoever wants to roll.
A reason.
Whoever
Which
wants.
control? Sorry, my
Reason
audio was
reason command.
reason command. Okay.
Diff 3.
Do any of my focuses apply to this?
Let me look. It might.
Biology, team dynamics, botany, emergency medicine, telepathy, and sensors.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
This is less about their biology, more about their culture.
I'm going to buy a die with momentum.
Question: what is the ship gonna be rolling?
Computers command.
Got it.
I want to
Hey.
know the things. My people depend on it.
Yep. Oh, you hit the difficulty.
Ship rolls now.
Yep. Oof. Nope. You just hit it. No momentum for you.
Hey, I'm still happy with success.
But you do know, the Indala Union is a relatively recent species to the known to the Federation. There's not a ton known about it. Unfortunately, what is known about it is the things that have come out as a result of the primary ship that has dealt with them, the USS Svalin. And currently, as more or less a result of the Svalin's actions, the Indala Union is currently embroiled in a rather nasty civil war.
Oh no. Well, that definitely gets relayed to both the doctor and the captain.
What do these Indolins look like?
I can give you that.
I mean, if they're in a civil war, this could be a different breed of fungal people. Because
Are the Indolins? They are warp capable. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No role for that. They are absolutely warp capable, and it's.
Okay.
I think I can do this.
What I'm wondering is if these fungal people are like the doctor said, an offshoot species, subspecies.
Need to compare biology for that. I definitely think
That's what they
the
look like.
doctor is the one to do that.
Okay.
That's what they look like.
Hey, look at you taking your art from Stellar.
I didn't actually. That's not me. That's the game master for the Svalin.
I'm like, I have seen that before.
Yes. All
It's in
the
our ship.
Stellaris portrait art is very. Yeah. I mean, they're not that size compared to you guys, but
Yeah.
that is what the Indolins look like.
Okay, well, that doesn't look like those guys then.
it doesn't mean they made
Yeah, it
they could
doesn't
have
mean
created some sort of
anything.
scouting thing or
Could be
I
like
was
a
gonna say.
Neanderthal, Homo sapien situation.
If Warp
So-
were here, he would say, "What a handsome race."
So yes, are there any questions you have about the Indolins and their culture?
Biological scans. I'd like to compare the similarities between the two if at all possible, but what do I need to know? For me, what do I need to know about diplomacy with them?
I will absolutely give you that. For a
Good
momentum.
question. Yeah, I
Sure.
think that's a
Would be
worthwhile.
nice to know not how to not piss them off.
As odd as it sounds, the Indolins put a heavy focus and a heavy importance on being clever versus being foolish.
Interesting.
And those are the specific words that their culture utilizes. In fact, you know from what you're reading, the Civil War, a part of the Civil War occurring was the previous leader of the Indolan Union being declared foolish, and thus receiving a vote of no confidence.
Most intriguing.
Because he was outplayed by the crew of the Svalin, and thus was foolish.
Are there any other questions we would like to ask?
Mainly just biological stuff at the moment. I'm not sure what I can think of for that.
If you would like to look into the biologics of it, that's a different thing. That's a different role altogether. That's going to be reason medicine difficulty 3.
Now, I guess with the political thing, are there different types of indolens? Like, is there like
Case?
red fungus, and then like
I will allow that. Yes. So this is where you're going to find this out. So in the Indolan society, there are effectively 3. I wouldn't call them castes. It's not exactly like that. In some ways it's better, in some ways it's worse. So first off, there are the actual Indolans, the species that you saw. The Indolans also have a sort of sub-race that they can create to do menial labor called buds.
Shit.
However, this is the most troubling. Here's the more troubling part of their society that you find. They have these. These are Yaltos. Yaltos are food. Because from your reading, the Indolans aren't omnivorous. They are carnivorous.
Hello, Aspire.
And I'll even give you this one more. I'm giving you a lot of info, but that is actually what the Civil War is about. Because the Svalin was able to create a nutritional supplement that would enable the Indolans to exist without eating meat. And a significant faction of the Indolans thought, well, if we can subsist without eating meat, we can start like forging diplomatic relations with other interstellar powers. But there's the other more conservative group that does not want that. They want to continue eating meat, as is the natural way of their species.
Oh, I missed part of that. What was the buds connection?
They're the menial labor?
Yes.
Of the...
They are able to create these. They are able to create these things. And actually, Dr. Cross, could you give me a reason medicine difficulty of 1 check, just to understand a specific bit about these things?
So that means potentially that they've sent these buds to collect supplies for the Indolans.
So yeah, give me a reason medicine diff 1.
Okay. Any focus?
You have xenobiology, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I'll go and buy and die as well. So with momentum.
Can I assist?
No. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That is 5 momentum. You have float. You might want to ask questions. Holy cow.
Nice
Okay.
roll, dude.
Yeah, you're sitting at 8 momentum.
All right.
Here's what you uncover about the buds. Just off the bat. The buds are simple creatures, generally only capable of having, on their own, are only capable of fulfilling commands implanted into them. However, the Indolans, you read this in the medical literature put together by the Svalin. The Indolan masters are able to take direct control over a bud.
Cool.
So a Indolan master can actually act through a bud as a proxy.
Have they figured out like the range on that? Is that like they can go stay on one planet and command others from afar?
The range on that is currently unknown. I'll give you that off the top, without even spending a momentum. The range is currently unknown. Any other questions about them?
We have 2 floats, so you may as well ask.
Yeah. So the buds. How long do they last? Like it sounds like they sound like they just do commands and that's it. Do they actively try to eat things too, or what's their situation like?
No, they generally only exist as long as they're needed.
And how long? I guess I don't know. Like how long does it take to create a bud, or like do they have that? Is it like instantaneous, or and can only masters make them?
Hold on. Let me check. A lot of info about these things that I gotta get down.
It's a bud named Bob.
Yeah, if you guys have any like questions you want to ask, because I'm not quite sure what I should be asking about these things. Besides, like they're having a civil war. They're from Indala.
How do we communicate with them?
Yeah, how do you communicate with them? Yeah, that's probably a smart one. I should probably be asking.
I like Karak's question.
So the thing is, so I will tell you, Universal Translator will work with these guys.
Huzzah!
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can actually tell you for a momentum what the range on these things are. If you would like to spend a momentum.
I think that's
So, and this is actually kind of relevant, it's less of a range and more of a limitation. The Indolan telepathy, because the Indolans are telepathic. They can only communicate with them at the speed of light. So it's less the range and more of the lag.
So essentially, it could take a while then.
So it's if you had an Indolan, it could be like an Earth to Mars situation. It would just take 15 minutes for the Indolan to give it a new command, and then 15 minutes back. It's based on the lag of things. In fact, that was how the Svalin was able to differentiate between an actual Indolan and just a bud duplicate.
So there's a good chance we have actual Indolan on planet right now.
It's possible, but I will say, from what you saw there, at least from what Dahl encountered, they were only following simple orders. It's more like what I first described, where they're capable of following simple commands, like a computer program, if then.
Yeah, so their command was go out, get supplies, come back, pretty much. So they're supplying one of their outposts or whatever they got going on here.
Mm-hmm.
I would also argue for Karak's question because I think that's important.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the question?
Is there a way to detect the control, like a signal, something like that?
The signal.
Is there a way to detect the control signal or
Because
any
they
kind
do
of thing like that?
they do transmit via light speed, so
So
maybe-
it's not via light speed. I'll take that question. So this will tell you a way you can detect it, as maybe not helpful as it might seem. It is telepathy.
Now, to tie in with that question, what happens to the regular? Sorry.
It's a psionics thing.
All right. And to tie in with that question, what happens to the original Indolin when they go and control one of these buds?
No, actually. Is that a question you'd like to ask? Because I will take that for a moment.
I guess I was trying to add a little more detail to the control thing, to the control aspect that we were asking.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hang on, I have to stay. Come on. Gimme. Come on. Sorry, I'm waiting for, Okay. Yes, from the records you have, if an Indolin assumes direct control over a bud, the master will simply fall into a, the master Indolin will fall into a heap of fungal mass and be unaware of their surroundings.
So yeah, my question was, and I know you said it was telepathy, but is there like any sort of like difference in a scan, like brainwaves or something, that would detect if if one of these buds was under the control of a Andaran?
Oh.
It's possible. I won't even make you spend for that, but what that scan would be, I'm not gonna tell.
Yeah, it would just be like a medical scan. I would think you'd have to have a base scan of their mentals or their brainwaves or whatever, and then you'd compare that with the one that was under control.
Well, it's as I said, you'd be able to detect it because of the lag.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's like entirely it. It's that's how they pulled it off.
So-
That's how they were able to tell the difference. Literally because of the light speed lag.
So the bud, because it is a sub kind of species, would a scan from our ship be able to differentiate between a Indolin and a bud?
Possibly. By the by, you guys have spent another momentum on a question.
I'm also curious how they got to this planet. Do they just like shoot them off into space and they, like in Starship Troopers or something?
I am
Space
going
Force.
to. I'm going to spend 2 threats as Hacks behind his terminal turns around and says, "Captain, the comm badge is stopped."
Get a lock on it.
Understood, sir.
Display coordinates on the view screen.
Okay, and on a map of the planet appears appears a set of coordinates a good 25, 30 miles out from the colony.
What's specific about there?
Would someone like to scan?
I definitely would.
Reason science, difficulty of 3, assisted by sensors science. So that's difficulty 2.
Is this super important that I should buy a die? Asking out of
I think so.
character for opinions. Okay.
Go for it. I'd say go ahead.
We do have 5. It can
Yeah.
generate lots more.
Yeah, go ahead and buy a die.
No, it's not that you're out of questions. It's more so I want to keep things moving. And
No problem. Let's go.
No, you're good.
you've effectively gotten all the actually important information.
Now, I got a Captain Jack Holloway kind of question. Are they susceptible to stun, or do we need to go to,
They are susceptible. They're susceptible to phaser fire. I'm not even going to make you roll for that.
Yay.
You generated a momentum. You got your momentum back. Can someone roll the ship's sensor science?
Anybody have that window open?
Oh, looks like someone else is on it. I was about to click it, but it changed on me.
Okay, so that's so you're at full momentum. So, Doll, you didn't pick it up earlier on sensors because you would have been looking for a power source for something like this. But there doesn't appear to be one. You're picking up a ship.
Interesting.
Ship?
I definitely relay that to the captain.
A ship. Can you get any more details, Doll?
Sure. What do you want to know?
I would like to know if it matches. Well, what kind of a ship, logically.
Well, you might need to be a bit more specific than that. That's a very broad question.
All right. Is it a ship of design of anything that we recognize or know?
I will take that for a momentum. The composition and general hull outline would appear to match and I will say yes, it's a ship. It matches what is known about Endalan shipwright construction.
Perhaps they're scanning for supplies and scouting for supplies because they crashed and are disabled.
Damage report.
Can we get a visual on the ship and or assess how damaged it is?
I'm gonna say no on the visual. It is under heavy tree cover.
Can't possibly
I was gonna
tell.
say we can't use LiDAR?
Is there a way to tell how old the crash is, or is there maybe a ship nearby that's still shut down, searching for him?
I'm going to spend another 2 threat, and say that those are aspects of the ship that you would only really be able to get if you got down there and scanned it up close. Because I'll give you this, it is small.
That's fine.
Like scale 1 small?
No, scale 2.
Okay. It's like a runabout size?
Ish.
Okay.
Bit bigger.
Holloway to Karak.
Back here.
Karak, Set up a perimeter where you're at, but as for you, prepare for transport. Kara, when you're done here, I will need you back down on the surface.
Aye, Captain.
Okay. So who is going down to the planet's surface?
I am
I think
sending
we're going back
Karak.
down, right?
I'm sending Karak to the site of the ship, by the way.
And
Okay.
when the commander and the doctor get back, can they bring me a new comm badge?
Yes. Yes, I will definitely be bringing you a new comm badge.
Oh yeah, I
Yay.
forgot you didn't have a comm badge. I probably would have rang into Corn.
Asking out of character, do we want to attempt? Would we? No, I suppose the comm badge is just stopped in that area.
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to attempt to lock on the supplies and beam them away? That would
Before
be very
they're
clever. Before they
Yes,
could use them
before they're destroyed or damaged.
or
That is an
used.
excellent idea, actually, Kara.
Well, I did promise the leader of the colony that I would try to recover them.
That's an excellent idea. Can we get a lock on the supplies?
Yeah.
I guess nobody saw my cool comment up here
What comment?
Which one?
at 8:07. I just typed in the chat. Perhaps this is a good time to transport the supplies back to the colony.
Heck yes. This
Okay.
is why I like him.
Okay, if you're going to be doing that, that's going to be someone is going to have to make a control engineering difficulty 3 because it's site to site because you're going from not a pad to not a pad.
I'm just as happy to beam him aboard and then beam him back down.
Yeah, that works for me.
Whichever's more reasonable.
Yeah, you could beam them to the transporter pad and then beam them to the back to the colonist camp, and also the transporter security procedures will clear it of any kind of contaminants or anything.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like that call.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so someone's going to need to make, in that case, control engineering. I'm going to spend 2 threat. Keep it at difficulty 3 because you're transporting a big box of plating.
Don't forget
Rat, do you
the
want to roll
barrel.
for hacks?
I can attempt it.
Feel free to spend all the momentum and all the stuff that you need.
I'll
Yep.
roll for the ship to assist if needed.
I will cheer you on.
Awesome. So what do you need me to roll?
Engineering?
I think you said it was control engineering.
Control engineering.
With hacks.
Oh boy, you're asking me to do that? Oh boy, let's be fun.
Oh no! You're the character, the blue guy on the bridge.
Okay, oh my god, who's that?
Hacks.
Yeah.
Hacks?
Oh my god,
uh,
hacks. Keep saying I keep thinking like, hey Brian, go hack this thing.
So you can hover over his token and hold down shift and double left click, and it'll bring up his character sheet.
Ooh.
So that
What?
Oh, whoa! That's awesome! And then, could
That's-
someone roll the ship's sensors engineering?
That's the benefit of having been on Roll20 for like 7 years, is I've learned things from other people over the years.
That's a no. Axe is unfortunately unable to get a solid lock on. Is unable to get a solid beam out on that. On
Does
that
he have
box.
Oh, we need it.
I like how the captain's like, feel free to spend all the momentum and threat you need, and like he's like, no.
I
zero."
didn't know what our difficulty was. I thought you asked me to hack something. I'm like, I can't hack a goddamn thing. Okay.
Try again.
Hey, P.S. Feel free to spend as much momentum or
Yeah,
threat
well,
as you need.
I'll buy 2 dice, of course.
Literally just sat down from dealing with dogs. You can still hear them barking and grumping that they aren't outside.
And the ship rolls
Wait,
again.
wait. Why did someone roll again?
I am using EXO and saying, do it again?
I
Sure.
think, yeah, because I think the thing is the player didn't understand what was going on, and so he didn't do what he would have done if he knew what was going on.
He literally just
Ah.
sat down, put on his headphones, and he was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just if like for future to make it easier, if like you guys are not in the loop or whatever, just let us know and we can have someone else roll or wait
Yeah.
or you know.
I am still
redescribe.
gonna take that. I'm still gonna take that sensor engineering roll though.
That is perfectly fine.
So you generated 2 momentum.
Yeah.
I spent 1, 2.
So so you bought 2 dice, so that would.
Yep.
So we're at 4 then. Okay.
Does that include the barrel also, not just the box?
It does not.
Well, the box is what we had the thing on, so
Right, but you can use the com badge to scan vicinity and pick up the barrel and transport that too.
sure, why not?
That's what I was saying earlier about don't forget the barrel.
Ooh.
I am going to spend my last 2 threat. Again to keep things moving. No luck on the barrel.
Okay.
There's just too much stuff down there.
Well, as soon as Kara and the doctor return to the surface, and Karak is up here, I'm gonna have Karak take an away team on the other to the ship.
I'm headed down as soon as humanly possible.
I'll bring my security team.
Okay, so correct. You're gonna bring down a security team with Korn.
Yep. I think that I'm
Okay.
going with him, but Crack, if you're bringing your security team, let us know. So I don't want to force your hand with that, so let us know.
Yeah, I thought it was a good idea
Yeah.
to bring a security team. Does anybody disagree?
I think
No, great idea.
Korn, Karak, and a security team is good for that area.
Are you gonna bring any of your So are you gonna bring just the security team, or are you gonna bring any of your security personnel?
I mean, we could bring all the security personnel, and then people will have somebody to play.
That's fair. I want to roll dice.
Of course, it might be a good idea to leave one of them on the bridge in case you need somebody. Meaning, like, just bring one. It's up to you guys.
I'd say bring 2, but that's just me, because I want other people to have an opportunity to roll dice too, so.
Yeah, me too. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can always just transport somebody to the ship.
There's no name
Romulans
NPCs
up
on
here.
this ship that can take care of
Yeah,
the.
That's
Yeah.
true.
If Romulans appear, I'm beaming all of you up. So
Yeah, I was just like, I was
like,
just thinking, you never
like
know,
you're
Grim
not
might be
staying
like,
on, you're not staying on the
"Surprise!"
planet with Romulans there.
Romulans, and also like 6 board cubes. You never know.
Yeah, you're getting beamed up and we're warping out of here.
Good call.
Okay. So who's going down?
Corn?
Both security guys, the security team, Korn and Carrick are going there.
Okay, give me a moment. I have to populate this map. And you won't start off with the security team down there. I'm gonna have to bring them in. So it's just Karak.
What's our mission here, Captain?
Investigate.
Just find out what's going on
Yep.
there.
Okay. Any other supporting characters?
I'll take Wygo.
And
Brack, you want to play somebody?
I mean, I could take one of the security guys, I guess. What we got?
Grack knows a lot about ships. Maybe we should just take Grack.
You could.
That's true. You could.
I request that we bring Grack along, sir.
Granted.
Yay!
Punch things if you need to, Grack.
That'll be fine.
dear. And Grack. Hang on. Almost done.
So if the doctor or the commander want to play anyone, there's still a security ensign, Selena, Durant, and or any other supporting characters you'd like to play.
I will open up her character sheet. 1 second.
I will warn, you're only going to have enough room on that transporter pad for the characters you're bringing down and the security team.
That's fine. I am more than happy just sitting back and listening and being 2 cents on standby.
Well,
Right.
I think
If you want, one of my medical staff, the Andoran, she's pretty good with combat.
well, so we were going to bring down the 2 security people. Is that I'll just ask, how much room is there for a security team? And
So security team is 2 officers, and there's 4 of you. So that's 6 people total. That's a full transporter pad.
yeah.
Are we not beaming down to rendezvous with Karak or anything, or?
No, it sounds like they're just going down to the colony.
Okay, so the 2 security people and the security team are 4, and then there's 2 others, which is Grack and who?
I'll take Wygo.
Well, right, I included that.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
let me
Corn.
rephrase. So Wygo. And
Hang on.
and-
I am going to take a threat.
So Wygo, Selena, and Grack and the security team are going down. Who's the 6th person? Is what I was asking.
Horn.
Horn's already on the planet.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry about that.
So you settled on an away team.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. I'm not really getting any answers here. Who is the 6th person?
If you guys already have characters, I'll throw in my medical officer.
Okay, so you're
pretty
not taking the security team.
No. So okay, this is maybe somehow there's a miscommunication. I don't know what's going on here, but there's 2. I'm just trying to clarify. There's 2 people in a security team, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then there's also Wygo and Selena. Those are the 2 security support staff. So that's 4. Then there's Grack. That makes 5. Who is the 6th person?
You.
Is my question.
You.
Karak and Korn. That makes 7.
But we're on the planet, so are we being transported
Nope.
back to the
I'm
ship first?
okay. Hang on. I'm transporting Karak to the ship,
Okay.
and then
What
you're
about
gonna
Korn?
lead that away team.
Okay, so Korn's not even going.
Where's Corn?
I'm planet side right now. I was setting up the force field.
So Korn's not going. Got it. That's why I was so confused.
I'm confused too. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
It seemed that you guys had 1 extra person, but if Korn's not going, then that's fine.
Is that the case? Captain, is Corn not going?
Well, Korn wasn't initially the plan, but then it sounded
Okay.
like a good idea. So
You guys gotta make up your mind.
So I'm just gonna take some initiative here and say it's gonna be Grack, the 2 security people, and the security team. So that's 5 people, and then 1 extra person, which is either gonna be a medical person or a engineer, and I leave that up to the captain.
probably an engineer.
Okay, so Corn. So there's
Right.
6 people.
There we
Problem
go.
solved.
Thank you. So can someone make me one more control engineering difficulty 2 assisted by the ship's sensors engineer?
Is that Hacks rolling or some other engineer?
I guess so. Because he sounds like he's the one who's been making all the rolls for
What's the difficulty?
transporter. Difficulty of 2.
Okay, he will buy 1 die with momentum.
Okay, and the sensors engineering. Wow. Okay. That's 3 momentum.
So that would put us at 6. Yeah.
As you appear on the surface of the planet. Hang on. Wait.
Ooh, look at
So
that.
yes, you see some Indolans and hang on, I gotta also pull for these things on the map. Forgot to get them in there as well. Whoop.
We just transported right up on that ship.
If we have the ability to, I would strongly recommend spending momentum to create the advantage we come in peace.
That you're beaming in a non-threatening location?
Yes.
Sure, I'll take that.
That's what, 2 momentum to create an advantage?
Yeah,
Is that right?
I'll take that. So yes, you beam in and you're in this heavily forested area, and you see a crashed spaceship and a number of Indolans looking it over. One of them is angrily talking with these buds. And one of them has noticed you. Everyone, look! And they all turn to face you.
Oh, I was muted. I say greetings. We've come in peace.
Are you the ones who that those supplies belonged to?
Yes, in a sense.
Oh, you must accept our deepest apologies.
Apology accepted.
We
me
didn't
as
know
such.
we didn't know there was anyone else on this planet when we sent our buds out to go searching for supplies.
Well, no one was harmed. May we be of assistance?
It would be greatly appreciated. Your Federation, Starfleet, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that is most good news indeed. I am Master Gilnaro.
I am Lieutenant
I
Commander
am
Correct.
the leader of this small group.
So what's our current relation or the Federation's stance on the Endurance?
It's very tricky because
Complicated.
yeah, it's very complicated because currently the Indolans are embroiled in a civil war. The
They are
Federation,
not food.
yeah, it's that thing where when there's a big civil war going on, the Federation isn't supposed to take sides.
Aha.
So I have an out of character question. Would repairing their ship or helping them get off the planet be considered like interfering
Picking a
with
side.
their yeah.
If someone wants to give me a reason command difficulty 2 roll,
Sure. I'll calm the captain and say we've reached the location. Their ship seems to be damaged in a crash. They are in need of assistance. Permission to proceed, or shall we hold off?
I guess I'm rolling that then.
I can roll it if you want me to, but I have to be apprised of the situation. I did read up on their culture and whatnot, so
True.
Well, we'll let the captain make a roll, I guess. He didn't get to roll anything yet, did he?
At the beginning. What's the difficulty?
2.
2. Okay. I am going to buy a die with momentum.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Got that momentum back.
Woo.
You would know that, I mean, it's a problem if you're, like, giving them weapons. If you're, like, when I say you're not supposed to take sides, like, the Federation isn't supposed to actively support one side in a civil war. Now, that hasn't stopped Starfleet from indirectly interfering in conflicts like that.
What did the Svalin
i.e.,
do?
i.e., Bajorans, i.e., exactly what the Svalin goddamn did. But in a situation like this, if you've come across a ship in distress and the people on that ship have requested, Federation aid, it's your duty to assist.
Yeah, I recommend, or Karak's recommendation is that we assist them, but we recover the barrel.
Permission granted.
Excellent. Thank you, Captain. And then I'll tell them we'd be happy to assist. Would you be willing to return the barrel?
Yes. I will personally take my bud here as my proxy and return the barrel.
Oh, we can handle it if you'll just set it aside. Thank you. And then Karak will go to his data pad and check off another check on his diplomatic list of things to do and say, "That's all joke."
Indeed. Although, if at all possible, we would like to meet with we would like to meet the rest of your people. We're very interested in learning more about alien cultures.
I understand. Well, since I didn't turn off the comm, I wait for the captain's word on that one.
I'm gonna let it pause for like a long moment, as Holloway does. All right. Karak, why don't you and the security team return to the Ganymede? I'm gonna have an engineering team support Korn with the repairs on their ship. Also, I will gladly take a delegation of theirs aboard the Ganymede.
Permission to leave security to observe.
Ah, yes. Yes. Leave the security detail.
Very well.
So, if I may ask, who is it that those supplies belonged to?
Is he asking me or the disembodied voice on the comm?
You. You.
They belong to colonists.
Oh, there is a colony here.
Barack nods.
And, this Indolin steps forward. Oh, I would so very much like to meet them. I would love to see the way the Federation puts together its colonies.
You would. Karak thinks. Ever suspicious. Yes. Can I make some sort of insight check to see if these guys are
Sure.
plotting?
Give me insight security. Opposed.
Oh my.
These lying little fungus.
Is there,
There is
do I have a
fungus among
focus that
us.
would apply, like composure or anything?
I'm gonna say no on that. You don't have like a deception focus or a insight focus.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Or like a lie
I
detector
will
focus.
buy one die with momentum
Okay.
and then a second die with threat.
So 2 threat. Okay. Roll it. Okay. And you get a momentum.
Yay!
They're not lying. They seem fairly earnest. They seem excited. I mean, of
Okay.
like a mixture of relieved and excited.
Excited, like hungry excited?
Jesus. Do you want to spend a momentum?
Yeah,
Want to
sure.
spend a momentum to know that?
Yeah.
Not hungry excited.
Okay, good.
I think that's an important distinction we need to make here.
Captain, would you like me and Wago to escort them to the colonists for introductions, so that they
Yes,
get their way?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I guess we'll leave the security team with Corn or whoever the engineers are, and Wago and I will escort these guys to the colonists to make the introductions.
Well,
Corn is gonna set to work. Before he even like touches the ship or does anything with the ship, he's gonna ask them what needs to be fixed specifically on their ship, so he can get an understanding and coordinate with the team.
you should this Indolin says, I'm the assistant engineer. You should ask the head engineer, Trim. Trim, and this fuzzy little head pokes out of the of one of these big nacelles. Yeah? We've got some help. Oh, great. Send them up. And the little fuzzball pops back into the nacelle.
Corn is going to
So I guess we could,
head into the cell and ask where help is needed.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
I was just gonna say, actually, I guess we can leave Wago with Corn and then take the security team with me. And then what are we doing with Grak? Is he going back to the
Does
ship?
Grak know
staying
engineering?
here?
Crack, I think, has 2 dots engineering. Wow, let's see. Crack has 2 engineering.
Yeah, I have a 4 in engineering, but I don't know.
I get paid to fly.
I just figured you'd be handy here because you know a lot about ships. But that's up for you guys as the captain's decision, I guess. What he wants, where he wants everybody.
Let me think here for a second. Grak, I think I'll just have go with Karak actually.
Okay.
I think actually what we should do, leave the security detail with and Wygo here.
Okay.
Then you and Grak, I think, can escort them. They don't seem
Sounds
to
good.
be hostile, and if they do, I mean, you have Grak with you, so
Yep. Perfect.
I got Karak with me. That's what that is. Everyone thinks Grak's a badass. Now Karak will whoop his ass in a fight.
Grak and Grak, man, they're the dynamic duo.
Yeah. I think they're like the odd couple best friends. They have to be like
Oh, absolutely, I see that 100%.
yeah, like in Deep Space Nine with Bashir and O'Brien or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
You said that you're leaving a security detail here just in case.
Yeah, so we'll leave these guys here to quote unquote assist with the repairs or to supervise.
Very well then. It might be better then if we and the two of them both hold up a hand, and these two buds step forward towards them, and they press a hand to the buds, and all of a sudden, the buds morph. And they look exactly like the Indolans standing across from them. These Indolans, in turn, then crumple into a ball of fungal mush on the ground.
Fascinating.
And
That's freaking cool. That's so cool. Low key like this race.
and so, the lot of you head off to the colony. In the meantime, we cut up to the ship.
Oh, good.
As I spend 2 threat. Less good for you.
Yeah.
What? It's always good when you spin threat. What do you mean?
Ensign Durant looks up and says, Captain, we're detecting an incoming vessel.
What vessel?
On screen. And I will pull up the map. As appearing on screen is a ship of similar size to yours. Actually, it's approaching from the south. There you go. So you can see it.
Well, that is
There you
an
go.
interesting looking ship.
Weird looking.
It's like part prawn.
Are their weapons charged?
Negative, sir.
Hail them.
Very well. And appearing on the screen. This is the Indalan Union battleship Glemin. I am Captain Horizon. Identify yourself, Federation vessel.
Captain Jack Holloway, Federation Starship Ganymede. What is your business here in this sector?
It is our understanding that on this planet there are traitors to the Union. We demand their immediate return.
Ruh-roh.
With that, we cut down to the planet's surface at the colony as Karak, Korn is no longer there. You, as the Indolans enter with you, Karak, and Grak.
Question: How
I
are they able
think-
to get past the force field?
Presumably,
We let them in?
yeah, presumably,
Okay,
Karak is able to,
control it. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah, I use my tricorder or whatever to turn it off and enter and then turn it back on.
And, Doll, so you're also there.
Yep.
Right? As well as the Doctor. So, Doctor, you see, Doctor, Commander, you see, Karak and Grak walk into the colony with, these two Indolans. First time you've seen one in person.
Well, Kara looks thrilled. She actually gets to see them in person. This is so cool. That's
What is
pretty
this?
much-
What is this?
I'll introduce them to the commander and this guy and the doctor.
Go. Are these the people that stole my supplies?
They
We
have
are very sorry.
apologized and requested an audience.
Yes, we simply wish to learn more about you and your people. Oh, great. Oh, more headaches for me today. More headaches.
Were we able to take the barrel with us, or did we have
Yeah,
to have it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So we'll
Yeah.
I'll also explain that they've returned all of the missing items. Here we go.
Still a headache. Still a headache.
Oh, perhaps we should have our doctor take a look at that. The headache. Bulk and humor?
Perhaps they could
Never mind.
be of help or assistance as you are setting up here. They are still stranded as their ship is not flight worthy at the moment.
Indeed, and as things stand, they step forward and they stop in the middle of that sentence. They stand up straight and they just look up.
Kara also looks up. Is there something ahead?
You don't see anything up there.
Is there cause for concern? Should I raise the alarm? She looks at both of them.
Currently, they're not speaking. Commander Dahl, give me an insight command, difficulty 2.
Insight command. Focuses, no focuses?
Yes, you have a focus.
Okay.
Oof.
I should have bought a die. Oh well.
Want to spend a determination?
I do, in fact. I have quite a few. I also have a trait that that would apply here. Precise under pressure.
I'm not going to say under pressure, because there's currently no indication that this is a high-stakes situation.
Everyone is worth trying to understand. You never know what you'll learn from them.
Yes,
Value?
absolutely. Yep. Get to reroll one of those dice.
Okay, I will give it a shot.
Are you re-rolling both or just the 0?
Just the one.
Just the single one. I will keep the happy success.
Hey,
That's a
you
little better.
generate a momentum. The two of them are psychically feeling something.
There's another Highlander nearby.
Can I send out a mental tendril of inquiry? Not disruptive, just telepathic question mark?
Yeah, sure. For 2 momentum, you can do that.
Sure, why not?
And after a moment, the two of them look down. They look at you, and they look at the governor, and they says, "This is a Federation colony,
Fair enough. This is?
and are you the leader of this colony?" And the Tellarite gruffly says, "Unfortunately." And the Indolans look at each other for a moment. And then they look back at the Tellarite and they say, "We wish to request asylum." And with that, that is going to be the end of tonight's episode.
Dun, dun,
Oh
dun.
no!
Dang it.
Cliffhanger!
Nice.
I don't even get to do my response. Oh well, I'll have something really extra next week because I'm Jack Holloway.
So as mentioned, so this Friday
cool.
is gonna be the thing with the
Oh yeah,
birthday.
not this. Yeah.
So unfortunately, we weren't able to finish this episode tonight. But I'm more than willing to say that you guys will probably be able to get through this one way or the other, and be at the thing that's on Friday later. It's just we won't know how this episode ends.
What time
We will
is
be
the thing on
evasive
Friday?
and vague.
Huh?
What time is the thing on Friday?
I believe it's 6. It's our usual starting time of 6:30.
What is it exactly? Because I may or may not be able to attend.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to because of work.
Yeah, so what it is it is something that is purely for the purposes of the fleet's 3rd birthday.
Mhm.
And everyone will be getting together in a single chat room for a few minutes. The quote-unquote admirals will say a few words about the fleet. And then everyone in character gets to interact with each other across all the ships.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I I might be here, but I'll probably be late because work.
Yeah, if you're a bit late, I'm sure there'll be plenty of. I'm sure there'll be plenty.
Captain Holloway's busy punching some fungus, so he might be late.
Yeah. So I think you now can see where the dilemma of this episode is really going to lie.
Sounds like a tough call for our captain. Good thing you have a whole week to think about it.
Oh, I've already made my decision.
Nice.
But yeah.
What's the decision?
Oh, you'll find out
Come
next
off
week.
from orbit.
Oh, goddamn.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Star Trek Ganymede, Season 1, Episode 11, Invasive Species, Part 1.
Yeah.
Thank you to our amazing cast and our crew for making this such a interesting and exciting episode. Until next time, hailing frequencies are closed.
So yes, I'm not.
it's my fault.